It's a really weird day. 40-mile-an-hour winds just came in, so we are actually just hidden here behind this barn in this little nook. In this little nook with our little tripod here. This, you know, the weather's not the best, but we're still going to do it. We're going to make it happen. We've got our 4570, so let's get into it. This is a very weird format. The lighting's weird. It's a little intense for a gun review. This is what we're dealing with today. The Winchester 1885 limited series trapper. This is a 16.5 inch barrel. This is chambered in 4570. This is the 4570. It's a pretty big round. It's a pretty substantial round. So real quick, let's look at the recoil. A lot of people wonder about the recoil. We're just going to do a quick shot right here to just show you two things: the recoil and why it's so fun to shoot this thing. The recoil is actually not as bad on this rifle as a lot of people think. It's so little and it's such a large caliber that a lot of people assume it's really hard to shoot. As long as you're not sitting at a bench rest, it's really not a problem. I don't know why. There's no recoil pad on this, but the recoil is very manageable. One of my favorite things about this is the way you load it and the way you eject a shell when you're done. So, open it up, manually slide it in, and then you close it. And that's it. And notice the hammer's back now. So we're going to very carefully put that forward, take a quick shot, got ears on, and we're going to fire. Hammer back. Not bad at all. And this is my favorite part. Oh, that's just a blast. There it is. There's just something about this action. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to load. It's a lot of fun to shoot. Recoil's not bad. It's even fun to unload. What more could you ask for? The front posts are fixed, which is actually a problem. We're gonna get to that in a second. This is the sight it came with, stock. This is a traditional ladder sight with a dovetail mount. You can adjust this, you can pop this up, and you can make adjustments this way. You can put it back down, and you can aim through that. There is a problem with the stock sights on this. We're going to have to change them. I'm not very happy with them, but it's not a make it or break it deal for this rifle. It's still a fun rifle to shoot. This rifle is obviously a lever action. That's it. It is a one-shot trapdoor system. It does have an exposed hammer that you can put down. That is the only way to put this gun on safety. If you have put a cartridge in the chamber and you've closed the action, that is your safety. There's no other mechanism. It has pretty decent wood furniture on it. It does not have a recoil pad. It just has this plate, which I somehow let rust. I don't even know how I did that. It has a saddle ring on it. I've only shot it a few times, but it was a lot of fun to shoot. So a little bit more about this action. This action is actually what's referred to as a high wall falling block action. So this piece right here that comes down, when you open the action, that is falling block. Right there, that's it. And that's really all there is to it. It's a very simple gun. It is a single shot system, which for some reason I like single shot rifles. I don't know why. It just feels kind of old school, kind of fun, kind of neat. This was made in Japan. This is made by Miroku in Japan, which I believe are made. A lot of the trappers and a lot of the Winchesters were made there. Fit and finish on this thing is amazing. It's phenomenal. It's as good as it gets. We're gonna shoot this, but I wanna say right out of the gate, if you're getting one of these rifles, the sights are bad on the stock. Now this is an old rifle. This was purchased, I believe, about 10 years ago. They might have changed this. This traditional, pretty standard ladder sight here, for those that don't know, the way this thing mounts, that piece of metal, there's actually a groove in the top of the barrel here that shiny piece right there slides into. I don't know, for some reason it's not focusing. This is what's called a dovetail. This entire thing slides in and out of the barrel with use like a punch or something. This is what came with this rifle 10 years ago, and it is not ideal. So if it's still this sight that comes with this rifle, replace it immediately, buy something new. The reason for that is the only times I fired this rifle, it's been under 100 yards, which, to be honest, is the only place I'd ever used this rifle for things like hunting. I'm only ever really going to shoot this at 100 yards or less. This rifle currently, with this sight that came with it 10 years ago, at its very lowest setting, shoots 14 inches high at 60 yards, I believe, around that. So, for whatever reason, that's where this thing shoots. It's high for me. I don't think it's a useful sight. I think this might have already been replaced. I don't know, it's been so long. So, all those things considered, while it does shoot high with the stock sight, it shoots very, very accurately. The pattern is extremely consistent. I never thought when I first shot this that I'd be able to get an actual group out of it with these iron sights at anything over 50 yards. But it shoots like an inch and a half. I shot about an inch and a half MOA with this the second time I shot it. So these sights needing to be replaced, in my opinion aside, it's a very accurate rifle. Oh man, I love this gun. Okay, we're gonna take it out. I'm gonna show you that the stock sight is high, and we'll try to shoot some groups. I don't know, we're just kind of messing around. We haven't shot the gun a lot. The one thing about this rifle, as this is a review video, it's pretty expensive for what it is. I think they're around $1,000. You could probably get them for high 8, 9. For that much money, there's just not a lot of utility there. So again, I look at this from a perspective of a hunter. I rarely shoot rifles if I'm not shooting at something. That sounds so try hard. I look at rifles from a hunting perspective, and while there are some instances in which having this small rifle, you know, with me would be beneficial, but for $1,000, there's a lot of other options available that would be a better suited match for, I think, just about anything, except that this rifle's fun. So there's the fun factor. Is it worth the money? I don't know. For some people it will be, and for some people it's absolutely worth the money if you're really into like single shots or kind of old style rifles, lever actions. We're at 30 yards from the backstop right now. Whoa, that chair, it's crazy. First, we're going to demonstrate that the stock sights, at least on this version of this rifle, shoot high. I'm going to use this to show that. We're going to see how high the point of impact is at 30 yards. Now keep in mind, I'm aiming dead level with iron sights for that gray dot. 2 sets of headphones. So just a heads up, I'm not wearing prescription glasses. It's insanely windy, and obviously I'm not using a rest. My shooting's probably going to be pretty bad at 30 yards. I know 30 yards isn't that far, but it actually, with no rest and this kind of wind, that's actually a pretty good distance for me looking through these iron sights. We're using this ammunition. We're going to do 3 shots at 30 yards. Take a look. So much fun. Never shot with these headphones on. Just put it in there. Close it up. Ooh, that's fun. I don't know why I like it so much. I just do. Shot number 2. Right in the chamber. Just a fun little gun. Oh, that was a bad one. That was a really bad one. All right, and last but not least, it's just so great. All right, so obviously we are about a foot high at 30 yards only. Now, this sight is, that's as low as it will possibly go. That's what I don't like about this sight. But that's really it. I know that I can modify this sight, change the elevation, or flat out replace it with a new sight. And this is going to be, you know, a pretty consistent rifle. I know I messed that shot up. I called it when I did it. I'm going to go do 3 more shots, except I'm going to aim. So what I'm going to do is aim 6 inches below this spot so that we're hitting in the middle of the target. And let's go try it. It's actually really hard to get steady in this wind. I gotta say that. I can't even believe I'm hitting this close. I can't even believe I'm shooting the groups that I am shooting because it's so windy. I'm moving with the wind, even at 30 yards. These things are like cigars. They look like cigars. It's just, it's just a fun little rifle. Kind of the wind's shifting and I'm kind of rotating as I go. So I'm going to aim 6 inches below that dot, and I'm going to hope that it hits in the center somewhere of the target. It's kind of hard to see and the wind's really rough. Best part. Oh. Whoa, it's just a blast. I'll probably start shooting this more now. I'm giving it a real look. Obviously I need to change the sight, but it's just a lot of fun. Let's go 6 inches low. The wind's so rough it's kind of hard to keep my footing. 6 inches low. Let's go check it out. Don't forget, gorgeous. So I'm just gonna call that a win. It's so rough out here. Obviously, I'm not using any rest. For that sort of consistency at 30 yards, I don't think I'm going to shoot much more. And for these last shots, I was literally just aiming for somewhere around here every time, which is awesome. We got to go refill the feeder. But yeah, oh my, look at that. What is this right here? This is the shooting chair. So yeah, I know a lot of people who really want to kind of, it's weird. This is a rifle that a lot of people want to buy, it seems, but they're not sure about it. And if you think lever actions are fun, get one. There is something about them that is a total blast. That is all the time I have today. I'm going to head out. So I hope this was valuable. Thank you so much for watching.